What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about an incredibly interesting theory, and this is going to get into spoilers, I suppose, of the Scream 6 trailer. I guess what you need to know right off the bat, right, and I'm sure you've probably heard this before, two different trailers, one's the red band, one isn't, and there is a death that you see in that trailer that we're going to talk about here, okay? So kind of 3, 2, 1. We're just going to kind of jump into it. If you want to go in seeing nothing, leave and don't watch that trailer, okay? But we're talking about Tony Revolori's character, right? In that trailer, and I had no idea what was going on at the time. It seemed like they took that scene out, like what was happening. It does seem like that's the red band trailer because there's a lot of blood in that scene, and I don't even know if I'll show it here, but just know there's a lot of blood. So basically what ends up happening is Mindy barges in the door into the bathroom, and it's Tony Revolori in the bathroom. There seems to be almost, I think, a stab by one of his knees, his right knee. He looks bad. Now, there is a prevailing theory that it's fake, that he faked his own death, and there's actually some backing to this. So I want to go over all of that, but that's the gist of it. Would they actually... The only thing you could say they spoiled, right? And you could look at it like that, where it's like, holy God, you did so well with this trailer. All of these scenes, you got to really look at them if you even want to start thinking about spoilers, if they did anything in the trailer. Now, I think they did. We talked about Sam holding the mask, right? I think that's like the final shot of the film, or one of the final shots. There are things. But you have to pause. Like, for those things, you have to really analyze, okay, what is Sam wearing? What's going on with her arm? You really have to analyze it. For this scene, he's just dead in the bathtub. And we know from the behind-the-scenes pictures as well, huge bloody bathtub. There was nobody in it in that picture, but we know, that existed. I thought it was going to be a dream sequence or something in Sam's head. Turns out, that's not actually true. So again, the question is, it's so direct. It's so right in your face. You don't have to pause. You don't have to think about it. You just see it. So is there a reason why it was there? Is that part of the game? Is that part of why Ghostface is something different this time around? Well, I want to use at Brittany Vinyl, Tristan. We've talked to him before on the channel. I want to use his Twitter. We'll show his tweets because I think he puts together a rather cool theory based off of a lot of kind of behind Tony Revolori's character kind of details that this could all actually be part of a plan, that this could be a fake-out death. And we'll talk about, could they actually do something like a fake-out death? So let's read some of these tweets. Tony Revolori wears a Formaggio Velluto Grigio shirt. Hopefully I'm saying that right, but probably not. This is a 1971 whodunit movie with elements similar to Scream. The synopsis is, a musician is stalked by an unknown homicidal maniac who blackmails him for the accidental killing of another stalker. In the 1971 movie, the main character kills a stalker and is blackmailed by someone that knows about it. The killer is revealed to be the main character's wife, who is hidden in plain sight. She staged the main attack with the stalker as a starting point to launch the blackmail. The movie is very similar to Scream 1996 with Sidney Freeman Cotton, but it's also similar to Scream 2022 and Scream 6. The main victim is framed in a theater. The killer wife is a lunatic previously admitted into a hospital by her stepfather, etc. And then, an additional tweet, there's 2 movie posters on the back wall, Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo and Robert Rodriguez's Stab. He's also wearing, again, the shirt we just talked about. The Stab movie poster is seen behind him. You can make out the green mask and the beginning of the S. And even Tristan's thought to another comment was, yeah, exactly. If you read the 71 synopsis, the stalker faked his death too. Tony could be faking his own death or setting somebody up or participating in a scheme to blackmail somebody, maybe Sam. So the question is, do you look at all of, how important is that shirt? Is that an incredibly specific but subtle reference to a movie that sounds... and it's not all that far out, because what we have heard, and I guess it's rumors, but it definitely seems like it's going to happen, the rumors is a big chunk of this movie, a main theme, is kind of conspiracy theories almost with Sam, right? Sam was behind the Scream 5 film, specifically because of what she did with Richie, how she, eliminated Richie. So we already kind of have the tidbits of information that a big theme of this is people are going to think Sam did it. People already think Sam did. And also, you can just look at this movie. Sam looks pretty sketchy. In fact, Tara looks pretty sketchy. Now, maybe it's the point to make pretty much everybody look sketchy except for maybe Gale and Kirby, right? You could argue those two don't look sketchy at all. Everybody else, maybe not. I mean, like Chad and Mindy weren't even shown enough, I think, to be all that sketchy. But you look at Sam and Tara, and I guess specifically Sam for the case of this. Sam looks, when she does the smile and the head turn, I mean, like, that's clear. Whether it's a red herring or not, that's to be decided. But it's clear that they want that in your head where you're thinking, is there something more with Sam? Are we not getting the full story with Sam? Will we get more of it? Yeah, right? So I feel like the breadcrumbs are already there that they would consider, like, why not? Why, Ghostface being something different, right? Could that include doing all this stuff, setting, and by the way, my own theory kind of being added to this, who would make a good case for Ghostface? Somebody that does these crimes, but with the extra motive, not just eliminating people and doing it the way Ghostface would, but how about that extra motive of setting it up to look like it was somebody else? Who would like do something like that? Who's got the expertise to do something like that? Dermot, right? Because of the kind of cop FBI kind of thing. I'm just going to throw that out there that I'm starting to think if it goes that deep, if there are fake deaths, if people are going to fake their, and also it's been done before with Roman, right? Many people had said, even in the comments of my own video, are they pulling Roman again? Could be that Tony Revolori knows about the plan, knows to fake his death, but here's a twist, will still die. He's still actually not Ghostface. Maybe he's bought off by Ghostface, which could be Dermot Mulroney, right? But maybe he fakes it in the bathtub, comes out at the end, maybe he is a Ghostface killer, but or maybe he's not, and maybe he still gets killed. He's almost like a Charlie equivalent, where he'll do some of the heavy work even, maybe set these things in motion, but there's a bigger player, right? Could they do that? Well, it's kind of been done before, but differently. I'm not like dissing the idea in Scream 6. I love it. I didn't really say that yet. I want this to happen. If anything, and even Samara Weaving, right? There's a lot, and we'll probably talk about her in the next video. There's a lot of thought that she is the opening kill. I mean, is she in the whole thing too, right? Like, is she part of it? Because if Tony Revolori dies early, that doesn't mean he actually dies. I should do air quotes. That doesn't mean that he actually does, right? Just kind of throwing those things out there. So thank you to Tristan. Go follow him on Twitter for more of this kind of stuff as well. But there's my thoughts on it too. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. I hope to see you all on the next one.